Ladies and gentlemen, you may remember that I've talked about this man on the channel before. If you haven't seen or heard of him before, let me briefly explain as quickly as I can who he is. In a nutshell, he has a very small channel over on another side of YouTube that does a very similar thing to what I do, but not quite as well as I do it, of course, because we're the best at it. But I saw that he had a small following and decided to use my big following to work with him, and we sort of had an agreement saying we'll work together. Here are the terms that I set out. As long as you stick to them, I'm happy to work with you and happy to give you a boost in your viewership. He agreed to that, and eventually, after a few weeks, he went back on his agreement quite a few times. So in the end, I decided to stop working with him. I did a video explaining that he went back on his word, that he told lies, and that I've got emails to back it up. He then did a video basically saying that I'm a liar and I'm talking out my arse, which couldn't be further from the truth. He then cost me money. All sorts of things happened. You can go back and watch videos. I've done longer videos on this. But in a nutshell, you're probably thinking, well, I did give him one last opportunity to sort of make peace with me. He didn't take that opportunity. I wanted him to give some money to a blind charity. I thought something good could come out of this. But he clearly doesn't care about blind people. Stevie Wonder's on the list of people he hates. Ray Charles. David Blunkett as well, former Home Secretary of the United Kingdom. Just thought I'd throw a different kind of name in there, but he probably hates him as well. The point is he hates blind people. Now, I said that if he didn't respond to this, that I would release the emails, and I thought I could do this in a video where I'm sat here talking, but do you know what? People don't come to this channel for me just talking for 20 minutes and pictures being on the screen. So what I thought I'd do is, I'd release these emails in a much more fun way to prove that he's a liar, to prove that he's a fraud. But as I said, I want to do this in a fun way. I'm not going to give too much away. You're just going to have to watch as we head to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from the wrong side of the tracks, he weighs in tonight at 400 pounds, Thomas, the Tank Engine.
Well, Big Thomas, the Tank Engine, the big 400-pound powerhouse. You're asking yourself, why is he built like that? The clue's in the name. He is a tank engine. The name pretty much explains everything. But why is he coming out here and who is his opponent? I've not been given any information by the commissioner of this channel. Just been told that there's an impromptu match and Thomas the Tank Engine set for action here. No idea who his opponent's going to be. I guess we're about to find out. Well, what the hell is this?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, hailing from some shithole within the United States of America, he weighs in tonight at 99 pounds, the Admiral.
Well, I've just been handed a piece of paper. The Admiral, a man that complained that we didn't feature enough CIW talent on the channel while we were in partnership. He's getting his wish now. I want to talk about the importance of this man to the CIW organisation. He is literally the back end of the company, or the back end of a pantomime donkey, whichever way you want to look at it. And apparently the CIW emails, the CIW files as we're calling them here, bigger than the Epstein files. Everybody's forgotten about the Epstein files, everybody's talking about the CIW files, and if the Admiral fails to win this match, the Commissioner will be releasing an email from those CIW files after this match. This man a liar. The question is, will it be proven? He's got to win a match here to prevent those files from being released. At least one of the documents and one of the first emails, and a big right hand from Thomas the Tank Engine. It's full steam ahead here for Big Tommy, as the Admiral, that malnourished body, really struggling to cope with the damage being dished out by this big 400-pound powerhouse. Thomas the Tank Engine, and my God, nearly takes his head off with that clothesline. The Admiral not faring well here, as Big Tommy picks him up. Beautiful power slam. And the Admiral here will be wishing he was back at CIW, back with his miserly 400 subscribers. That may be the safest place for him. Here he can't cope with a big channel like PGW and a big palm. Well, you call it a palm, maybe it's a wheel. I'm not quite sure. This man technically not a man, he's a steam engine, a locomotive. And the Admiral really being derailed now lifts him up, drops him abdomen first, and once again full steam ahead for Thomas the Tank Engine. Has been nothing but dominant in this match, and now what's he going for? Picks up the 99-pounder, and a Tolcherakan into a powerbomb. Well, that was a devastating manoeuvre. The referee calling for a rope break. Thomas the Tank Engine with the leg tuck, the shoulders down, and the Admiral has been defeated. Unsurprisingly, Thomas, your winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Thomas the Tank Engine, your winner. That means I have to hand you back to our commissioner. I believe we're going to have an email come out here. Well, we said we were going to release the first email if the Admiral lost against Thomas the Tank Engine. That's exactly what happened. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is the first email. Hello to you. I've put my name there, I've blurred that bit out, but I am the Commissioner of PGW. I am assuming that you have heard of us. I mean, if he must have heard of us, unless he's had his head under a rock or something. I am sending you this email to offer what I could believe could be the great opportunity to grow the viewership of your promotion, CIW. Not telling any lies there, am I? I was thinking, what if our two promotions started a working relationship? You feature some of our great PGW talent on your channel. Again, you feature. There's no sort of, it could possibly happen. That's a definite, isn't it? And in return, we could even feature, and do listen to that word could. What does could mean? Does that mean I'm definitely going to do it? No, it means we could. It might happen. We could even feature some CIW talent on our hugely successful channel. Again, could. It would be great if we could use some of our success here at PGW to help out a smaller channel, much smaller, I should have wrote. Of course, we would have to insist that any PGW matches featured on your channel should always be featured as the main event. That rings a bell, doesn't it? Did I mention that about a month ago? Let me know what you think. And then again, I've redacted my own. I just put my name at the bottom. So there you go. Everything I said that was promised, I've set out there. I know what you're thinking. What was his response? Well, if the Admiral can either do one or two things, you're not going to see it. If the Admiral can win his match next week, you're not going to see it. And if the Admiral, who's probably sat at home now hiding behind his computer, what, you think I'm just saying that to be funny? No, seriously, take a look at his most recent video. He's literally hiding behind his computer. I'm not exaggerating, look. He is actually hiding behind his computer because of this. I don't know why, though. I don't pose a physical threat to him when there's a big ocean between us. Unless maybe he's a bit paranoid. Maybe he thinks that because the England team have come over to the States, maybe he thinks that I know someone in that team that's going to come to his house or something. I don't know any of the England team. And to be honest, you won't be that scared if they come towards you. Especially Harry Kane. You'd have about 10 minutes to get out of the way if he ran towards you, wouldn't you? Doesn't exactly move fast, that lad. But the second thing he could do, public apology. Be a man. Stick your camera on. I know you like doing that. Stick your camera on. Do a public apology. Send a bit of money for the blind. Let's get a blind person a guide dog. Let's have some good come out of this. Or the alternative is that I release the second email, i.e. his response to that. And believe me, there's plenty of damaging emails that I've got, but his initial response to this may be the most damaging part. So again, the offer's still out there. If he wants to make this stop, he's got plenty of opportunities. He could even win a match next week. No guarantee that'll happen. But there's only one way to find out whether the Admiral's going to win his match next week. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is to tune in to this channel. Oh, this is brilliant.